one thing that I forgot to mention is you would probably want to apply for the Amex cards once your business has been open for as close to 2 years as possible. And those are some key points that a lot of people forget to mention is one of the reasons why a lot of people are going to get declines is because your business is just simply too new. And that is considered risky to a lot of creditors because a lot of businesses don't make it past the first year. So a lot of people buy what's called shelf corporations, which basically is where a corporation has been started, it's been put on a shelf, put on ice, and it's just sat there to age. Or you can actually do it the way that I did it was I started my corporation online. I used Inkfile, and Inkfile is a great resource because it makes it super easy for anyone to start their business. And I'll put the link for Inkfile below. But when you are applying for these business American Express cards, do keep in mind these are cards that are under your business name, meaning you will need an EIN number. Now, for those of you that are self-employed, maybe you're a sole proprietorship, you have an EIN number, but you just don't have like an official business name. You're just using your personal name, like for me, Nicole Scott. I'm operating as Nicole Scott, but I have an EIN. If that's the case, you would just put in your name for your business name, Nicole Scott. So it would be Nicole Scott as the owner and Nicole Scott as the business, because we are putting in our EIN number on the application as well as our personal credit, our personal social security number. Now, keep in mind the great thing about these types of credit cards, they don't report to your personal credit profile. So these are business cards. They're for commercial use only. When they send you the information in the mail, all of this paperwork and stuff, it does say it's for commercial use. So you want to pay attention to that. But all in all, they are great cards because they don't report to your personal credit. So you can leverage these cards and they won't affect your utilization on your personal side because it's more realistic and understandable if a business is going to rack up a bunch of debt on a credit card. And especially nowadays with COVID and everything going on, COVID's kind of dying down a little bit, hopefully, but a lot of people are leveraging their credit, but they're doing a pay over time option now, which in my opinion is great. The Amex finally did this because it will really attract a lot more people. It'll give us some more flexibility to pay over time. And I know a couple of their cards have the no interest for 12 months right now. So it really just depends on what promo you get in with. Keep in mind that when you sign up, you have a once in a lifetime reward benefit per card. So if you sign up for a card and you've already, got the benefits for it, if you sign up again, you're not going to get the same benefits. And that's pretty much what I wanted to clear up because I know a lot of people are going to have questions like, well, what if I don't have a business? Well, if you don't have a business, you shouldn't be applying for the Amex Gold card because the Amex Gold card is primarily for business use only. And that's why it is 4X on advertising and travel and a lot of the expenses that business owners like myself will come across when operating a business. So you definitely don't want to apply if you don't have a real business and aren't turning a real revenue because that's probably not a good idea. You never want to get in bad with American Express because they are powerful. They have so many different credit products. And honestly, they are probably one of the first credit card companies that are going to give you a chance when it comes to building business credit and getting business credit cards, especially because they have so many different options. They have tons of different credit cards and charge cards, and you as a business owner can have up to 10 charge cards and 4 credit cards. And now a lot of their charge cards have that pay over time feature. So it's just like pretty much having a credit card with them, which is awesome. So a lot of people always, say, well, what does my personal credit score need to be? Well, it needs to be at least 710. A lot of people are going to say 20, and that's probably a better number to go by. But when I got approved, I was only at about a 710, maybe 715, but I was right on the fence of that 720 mark. I actually did have one collection on my Experian credit report that I've been fighting and trying to get off for a while, but it's a medical. And I think that that actually helped me, because when it comes to medical debt, and if it says on there that you were affected by a natural disaster, then that tells American Express, oh, well, maybe their insurance just didn't pay for this. Medical debt is a lot more forgivable if that versus if that collection was from, Capital One or some other type of junk debt buyer where they were like, oh, well, we can't trust her because now she has a charge off in collections. My collections was actually, for a doctor. So they could clearly see that on there. And I think that's one of the things that really helped me get approved, was having at least a 710, 720 credit score. I had 5 credit inquiries. I have at least 20 credit cards that are open on my personal side. I have at least 5 to 7 on-time payments for all of my business credit bureaus. And if you guys aren't aware, there are 4 different business credit reporting bureaus. And if you haven't by now, make sure that you get the NAV app. That's NAV. And I'll drop a link below for NAV as well. NAV will allow you to monitor your business credit. And if you don't have personal credit monitoring, I highly recommend that as well, using the MyFICO app, because the MyFICO app is going to give you all of your true and real FICO scoring models that the banks are actually using. So a lot of these programs like Credit Karma and Identity IQ and Smart Credit. I love Smart Credit, but it's not an actual FICO score. It's the real data, but it's not what your actual credit score is. And for those of you that don't know the difference, a Vantage 3.0 scoring model is what a lot of these companies are providing you with, because it's a cheaper way for them to give you the information. The MyFICO and FICO scores are a lot more expensive because they are from the FICO scoring model. So the MyFICO app, I pay, I think, like $39.95 a month for my monitoring with them. But it's important for me because I leverage my credit. If anything pops up, if I get a credit inquiry, I get notifications and I'm aware of everything that's going on. Even if I forget, oh my God, I forgot I have this balance on this credit card, I can look at my FICO app and see all of my accounts and make sure that I have everything situated. So I highly recommend that. And then the NAV app will allow you to build business credit with different business credit reporting companies. And the 4, I guess you could say the 4 major ones are Dun & Bradstreet. That's going to be your Paydex score. And in order for you to generate a Paydex score, you need to have at least 3 accounts that report paid as agreed. And basically what that means is you're paying them as agreed or you're paying early. I always recommend paying early. So as soon as you get an invoice from someone that does report, pay it so they could report you as paid early. Anything 80 and better on your Paydex is good. So we also have the small business FICO scoring model. We have the scoring model from the Equifax, your business delinquency scoring model. And then last but not least, we have your IntelliScore from Experian. So NAV will allow you to monitor all of these. Like if you need to build better with like Equifax, because a lot of places don't pull or you don't report to Equifax, you can find business vendors that report primarily to Equifax. One of those now is Smart Credit. They have a business program that reports to Equifax business side. So that's awesome. And then on the personal side, they report to all 3. But that's neither here or there. Those are some good options for you guys, because I'm all about providing value and making sure that you guys fully understand how to leverage your credit, how to build credit. And even if you have crappy credit right now, understanding credit repair is all about removing negative items and adding positive items. So eventually, all of the positive items are going to outweigh the negative items. Now, when I got approved for the Amex card, obviously I had probably 20 positive items compared to one negative item that was affecting me. So I got approved because the good outweighed the bad. But if I would have only had maybe 10 positive, 5 positive items and that one negative, I would have had a harder time getting approved. And plus, you want to make sure that, you put enough income on your application. You want to make sure that your business has been around for at least 2 years. You want to make sure that your personal credit score is at least a 710 on Experian. You definitely want to make sure that you don't have any recent late payments. You don't have more than 5 to 6 hard inquiries with Experian. Those are pretty much the best tips. And like I said before in some of my other videos, you want to make sure that you have a personal relationship with American Express before you just dive right into all their business cards. And one of the ways that you can do that is getting an American Express card in your personal name by, Navy Federal or the debit card that American Express offers. Because again, our goal is to get in the American Express database. So until next time, guys, those are my tips. Those are my tricks. Go get you a 700 credit score so you can leverage your credit and build wealth. Until next time, guys, I'm Nicole Scott. Take care.